Okay, hi guys, Richard Jackson here from Lepus. Just want to go through our 5-minute trade review. A lot of guys are really appreciating what I'm doing here. It's also there really just showing you also what we're doing during the week as well. I really don't want to be doing this as like a setup analytics or like a preview for you. It's really just to show you what we've done in the past, really for all of our trainees and things like that. You know, I'm really trying to teach you how to be independent traders rather than relying on my analytics, all right? But I will give you like a little bit of an idea of what it is that I've been looking at, so that you can see whether you've been looking at the same things. All right, so let's start over here at the Aussie dollar. We've had this run up, which is pretty nice. However, we've come into this consolidation zone in here. So on the 4 hour, we're just really watching it to start bouncing in between certain levels. We do have a fairly big resistance level up in here, where we did have a head and shoulders form in here last night. So hopefully some guys were on this head and shoulders. If not, that's all right. This may come back down into here. We didn't hit the target, so all your stops should be in nice and tight by now, if you are in this head and shoulders in here. Okay, so let me just quickly draw it for you. Okay, one shoulder, head, second shoulder, and then down to your 1 is to 1. All right, so that's that one. Let's have a look at this Swiss. The Swiss has made this nice double bottom, but it's really still pushing because we've got such an aggressive move to the downside. We're not just going to come all the way back up if we break this neckline. So I would probably assume that we will either go for a triple bottom or a little bit of divergence in there if it's going to turn around. Or it's just going to dive straight past it. Okay, so looking at the DXY, it's a similar sort of story on the DXY. We are reasonably low. I think this US dollar does need a rest from its plunge. So that's a nice little 50% in here on this DXY, so we might come back up into the 194.50 level and meet up with its 200 period moving average, something like that. Okay. So then let's have a look at Euro. Okay, Euro, I did post on our Facebook group the other day, or the page, I can't remember. This might be a little shark pattern that's forming in here. We might see a little bit higher. I'm still keen to see this $1.20, $1.21 level. That's both reasonably significant. But I'm not sure that we might see more of a pullback in it before we go all the way up. But let's keep an eye on it. Dollar yen. I did mention the other week that we had this nice little flag in here, and this was really moving up. So I would expect us to go up into this 107.50 level, somewhere up in here for our 1 is to 1. So that's a nice pennant pullback, and then a double bottom type of exercise off the 50% there as well. Let's have a look at the sterling. Sterling, same sort of story. We're just going to go into consolidation mode. We're just going sideways. Down on on a micro type level, or on a 1 hour level, we do have a head and shoulders in there. Let me just draw it in for you. Whoops. One head, shoulder. There we go, and off we go, back up to there. So you should be out of that if you took that head and shoulders in there. It's a reverse one as well, off this significant level. If you wanted to, some guys would be drawing this significant level as a SR level, okay, rather than a trend line. So just keep an eye on that. Do need to go back over. Let me just show you a trade that we took over here on the Euro. We took a trade. Let me just get rid of this shark pattern in here. We took this trade in here. Really nice level. We had the 118, underneath the MA there, and then we took our profit out down in here. That was nice for us to take a profit. We took about 15k out of the market on that one. Let's have a look at There was also in here, if you were looking at, if you were really sharp, I guess, there was this nice double bottom in here, all right, for, this up move. This was a, US session in here. That was a nice one on lower time frame. So if you are a 5-minute trader, let me just show you. So let me just show you, where am I? Here it is. There it is. If you're a 5-minute, 15-minute type trader, there's your double bottom in there. Off you go. You would have got your 1:1 very easily on that. Okay. Did I do CAD? I think maybe I did.
So I'll send you this in an email so you've got the numbers so you can talk to Mum and Dad.
Okay, so there's sterling. I was up to sterling. Let's go Swiss. Swiss is the same story as the DXY. Aussie dollar. Yep, I've done that one. New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar. There's a nice little short in there on the New Zealand dollar after this cross. It did attempt some significant support in there, but just failed on it. So that one was completely written off, and then it's continuation to the downside. Just be careful though. This, you can, as you can see, this is a very aggressive up move. It might need some more time before it actually turns over. Okay, so I think the story really is to keep an eye on the DXY. Let's actually go over and talk about the gold at the moment. Gold was a great, if you had sold on this gold, it was a massive move on it. We're already up and hitting the highs of a 2080. So it's very overcooked. There's an attempt for a reversal in here with this ascending, this wedge or flag pattern that's going up. This is kind of the last hurrah that I've put in a lot of my videos before, where that's a very nice, reversal. So if anybody's taking a breakout on that, there's your, this is kind of your breakout, and that should be, an exit. If you're going long, that should be your exit is under here and reversing it straight away. Some guys, I did have a look at what some other guys were doing. They were looking at this as a head and shoulders. Okay, in here. Okay, so there's your break as well. So that was a massive move in there. I took a trade in here based on this moving average. I took a long in there. So this, let me just quickly show you on a lower time frame. Whoops, I'll go back 4 hour, go half hour here. Let me go back right down to 15. Over 5, let's go down to the 5. Let's go down to the 5-minute. Here it is. There we go. Okay. All right. So we had this significant bounce here at this moving average on the 4-hour chart. We had nice divergence in there, and then we had the pullback on this 50. I took a small chunk out of it, but it did go a lot further, but, I was just sticking with my rules in the end anyway. So, all right, that's it for my review for this week. Hopefully you all made money. Let me know if you haven't, and, I can support you with getting yourself to a professional level, and so that you can become a great trader. Make sure you subscribe to our Facebook page and, join our Facebook group as well, Lepus Proprietary Trading. Thanks.